and welcome to my kitchen. We are obviously cooking, and if we're cooking, we are chatting today. First off, the recipe that we're making today is an Asian lettuce wrap. So juicy, so yummy, and so healthy. All right, but before we get into the ingredients and all the cooking and everything for today's video, there is this topic, guys, that I really wanted to talk about with you guys. You know, if you watch YouTube and if you're on Instagram, the burning, sensational topic circling the web right now is Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, whatever you want to call him, and his shenanigans, for lack of a better word, with this young lady. And so my question to you guys, all right, I'm pretty sure we're all in the same age range. All right, so my question is, what is going on with the young ladies of today? Why does it seem to me that they can be bought? Like they're just up for sale. They're going to the highest bidder, whoever can supply them with the most recent item, Chanel, Gucci, whatever it is, who can whisk them away and take them on whatever trip to wherever. They are up for sale and they are willing to be abused and used for said items. All right, so you guys go ahead, let that marinate. All right, give me your thoughts on that. Is Instagram to blame also? I know when you guys, along with myself, when we were coming up, we were in our 20s and early 30s. If we didn't have it, we didn't have it. All right, I think that's how, if you watch my channel, then I know that's how you think. Okay, you weren't going to sell your soul for a bag or a pair of shoes, but it just seems like that's what these girls are doing these days. But yeah, you guys go ahead, mull that over while I go ahead and pull the ingredients out. All right, so I am back with my ingredients, and this is where I picked this particular recipe up from. Allrecipes.com. Gosh, I love them. They have just the easiest recipes, especially when you are in a little bit of a time crunch. Thankfully, I'm not in a time crunch today, but it's Monday and I don't know, I just don't feel like cooking all that much on Monday, and especially not anything too difficult. All right, but anyway, let's go ahead and go through the ingredients. So right here I have my lettuce, and this is just green leaf lettuce. The recipe actually calls for Boston Bib or butter lettuce. However, my Kroger did not have any of that. So I thought that this would be a great substitution. It's really fresh, really crisp. After I go through the ingredients, I'm actually gonna stick it back in the refrigerator so that it stays as crisp as possible. All right, I have a pound of ground turkey here. The recipe actually calls for 1 pound of lean ground beef. However, I felt that the ground turkey would be, you know, a healthier option. All right, and here's a look at some of the other ingredients. We're going to need a tablespoon of cooking oil, a large onion, some hoisin sauce, some garlic, 1 clove of garlic there, soy sauce, white wine vinegar, some Asian chili pepper sauce. I could not find the Asian chili pepper sauce. Let's see, there it is right there. 1 dash Asian chili pepper sauce. And it says optional. So I left it off because I couldn't find it in Kroger. And I just didn't feel like running all around trying to find that, especially when it says that it was optional. And let's see, I have a can of water chestnuts and they have been drained, a bunch of green onions, and some dark sesame seed oil. All right, so that's a look at the ingredients. Okay, let me go ahead and stick this back in the refrigerator and we'll get started. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up my green onions, my onion. I'm going to give a more fine chop to my water chestnuts. My pickled ginger, I'm also going to chop up a little bit more, and chop up my little piece of garlic. All right, so while we chat, I'll be doing that. Have you guys given any thought to what, you know, I started the video with, this topic of just why are women these days, the young women more specifically, I'm pretty sure there are no, you know, women in their late 30s, I would hope in 40s, you know, letting themselves be mistreated in this way for, you know, monetary stuff, you know, material things. But I don't know, it's like an epidemic. Every time you turn around, it's like somebody is coming out saying that they were with some celebrity, some athlete, and allowed themselves to be treated this way or that way because, you know, they thought the person loved them and all these other crazy things. But I'm here to tell you, if anybody puts their hands on you, that person does not love you. This little girl that gave the interview describing how she was treated by Puffy, it's like, what in the world were you thinking? So let me back up a little bit. So for those of you who have not heard the story, but you know who Puffy is, if you don't know who Puffy is, I'm not sure if you're gonna really be able to follow this particular video. But for those of you who do know who the entertainer, the music mogul Puffy is, you guys know his history with women. He's a huge womanizer, okay? He has just a harem of women at his whim whenever. And so this young lady says that she was a part of said harem, if you will, and she had been with Puffy for 5 years or so. If I'm wrong with the number of years they were together, those of you who did follow the story, please correct me down in the comments. But she said that she was with Puffy Diddy, whatever he's calling himself these days, Black Love or something like that. I don't know how in the world you're Black Love when you're around here beating women, but anyway, she said that just whenever he got upset, he would pull her by the hair, drag her across the lawn, stomp on her, hit her in the back of the head. At one point, he made her nose bleed. She got 2 abortions, guys, from this dude. 2 abortions. She says he forced her to do it, but I'm gonna tell you, no one is gonna force you to have an abortion when you have the option of leaving, which is what he said to her on both occasions when she kind of felt like she didn't want to have the abortion. He basically said, in her words, well, you can get out of my house. She went and had the abortion so that she could stay with him. Keep in mind, guys, she already had a 3-year-old daughter. Like, I'm just speechless. You guys are gonna have to help me out in the comments, okay? You gotta help me out with this one because I'm just perplexed. I'm just not built to have a man that is supposed to love me and my eyes are burning from this onion, but like, how do you do that? How do you just stay in a relationship knowing that this man will put his hands on you whenever he feels like it? And oh, let us not forget, he was in a relationship with someone else at the same time he's in a relationship with her. Where are the morals? Where are the standards? When are these women going to grow up and realize that we need to be treating ourselves better than this? You know, she says that he did buy her things and they went on several, you know, Caribbean trips, but I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to get a job and just provide those trips and things for yourself. Those purchases that he, you know, made for you, you're just going to have to bite the bullet and supply those things for yourself. As she talks about it and kind of relived the beatings and things, she was of course emotional. She cried, she teared up, you know, quite a few times. And on the one hand, I did feel, you know, sorry for her. You know, I felt nobody wants to see any woman, any human for that matter, you know, upset. And guys, don't laugh at my chopping skills or lack thereof. I do not claim to be a chef. I do the best I can. But so I don't know. Yeah, so on the one hand, I felt sorry for her. No one wants to see anyone upset. But then on the other hand, it's like, why? Why would you be in a situation where you allow an individual to mistreat you? At one point, he actually hit her in front of her daughter. And so what are you teaching your daughter? Are you teaching her that, you know, this is okay, that you should allow a man to abuse you? I don't know what else you would get from that, because, and then she would turn around and stay with him. So you guys have got to help me out on this. I just don't understand it. I don't understand why these men feel like they need also so many women. Like, you're just hopping around from Cassie. And again, if you're not familiar with the story, I do apologize, but Cassie is another longtime girlfriend of his. I think he was dating Cassie at the time he was dating Kim Porter. May she rest in peace. But like, why do you need so many different women? And the other question is, are we not worried about STDs? Guys, all of my veggies have been chopped, and now, according to the directions, what I need to do is go ahead and chop up, or brown rather, my ground turkey. And I have my pan here heating, and this is not my most favorite pan. Now, I do love the fact that it's a large size. It's really pretty too, but it sticks like nobody's business. So I'm really glad that the recipe does call for some oil. So I have it already heated, so hopefully I don't burn my face off here. Okay, good. So it's not too hot. It didn't splatter. All right, so it is hot. The oil is starting to bubble, and I'm gonna go ahead and start browning it up. All right, this looks pretty good. You know what? The other thing that I like about cooking with ground turkey as opposed to ground beef, there's nothing to drain off. There's no fat to drain off, so I love that. All right, so according to the directions, now that this is browned, I'm just going to transfer it over to another dish. So as you can see, there's nothing to drain off, all right? So the next thing, according to the instructions, that we want to do is go ahead and kind of wilt down our onions. And we're gonna do that for about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna add just a little bit more oil because, again, this pan, it really does stick, all right? All right, so while my onions are cooking, I will sit here and chat with you guys, but you guys have got to let me know what you think about this topic. It bothered me for days after I learned about it. Like, I was just walking around the house like, babe, I cannot believe, first of all, Puffy comes off, if you follow him on Instagram, oh my gosh, he just comes off as just the most perfect dad. You know, just a great person is what he would like for us to believe. But lo and behold, you know, he's around here beating women. And so, I don't know, do we need to start canceling Puffy the way we did R. Kelly? And listen, I know what R. Kelly did is nowhere in the realm of things similar in any way to what Puffy is doing. At least the women Puffy is with, they are actually women. You know, he's not around here molesting kids as far as we know. But I just hate that these men who have all this power, who have all this money, feel the need to mistreat these women. Why can't you just go ahead and get a woman and marry her and let that be, you know, the lady of your life, you know, until you guys decide, you know, you're gonna split up or stay together or whatever. But having just a harem of women in today's society where, you know, there's so many STDs, I just can't believe it. I also saw where Usher has, I think it's herpes. I didn't even know what herpes looked like. So I went and looked it up. Yeah, I went to WebMD and looked up what herpes looked like. Man. Man, we have got to, as a people, get in committed relationships and sit down, okay? We need to sit down and stop doing all of this foolishness. And it's like the women are allowing themselves to get put in these situations by these men. We're getting sick and all these diseases, all so that we can say we have the latest and the greatest. No. Like, how do you go to the doctor knowing that you have an STD? Like, I just went and had my yearly physical a few weeks ago, and I just skip on in there knowing that I don't have anything nasty. That is just how confident I am. I know I'm not out here doing things, and I know that I am in a committed relationship, you know? But these women, they must not go to the doctor. There's no way you could go to the doctor for a physical knowing that you have all of these things oozing out of you and growing on you. And I'm sorry to say this while I am cooking, but it's the truth. It's like, girls, I'm just perplexed at the way, you know, the young women are living these days. And did I ask you guys, do you think Instagram, those of you who are again on Instagram, do you think Instagram is to blame? Do you think that Instagram makes everything look so glossy and so new that these women, these young women, these women in their early 20s and 30s, they're just willing to go out and do anything, get mistreated, beat, just so that they can be, you know, among the Instagram greatness? I don't know. Let me go back over here and stir these onions. Talking to y'all, I've about burned my onions. Yes, I did. So what we're gonna do is take these onions out of this particular pan because I need to cook the other veggies. But this, no, you see, this is what I was talking about with this pan. See, this pan right here, you have to watch it. So let me take these out, put them in here. Yeah, with this pan, and I should have known, you don't walk away from the stove with this bad boy right here. You better stay right on over here and cook. Keep your eyes on it. So I won't get the ones at the bottom, okay? As you can see, these are still fine. These are okay. All right, so let me try to wash this. You know what, I'm just gonna get another pan, so hold up. All right, so stir onion in the same skillet we have obviously switched. Used for beef. Stir in hoisin sauce, garlic sauce. So stir in basically everything except for the other veggies and the sesame oil and the beef. All right, so put the onions back in. Turn this down a little bit. Onions back in. All right. Stir in hoisin sauce. All right. This is my hoisin sauce right here. I love the smell of hoisin sauce. Oh, it smells so good. Gives you a little bit of that sweetness also. All right, hoisin sauce, garlic. I only have a little bit of garlic. soy sauce. Soy sauce, garlic, vinegar, some white vinegar there, ginger. I love the smell of this pickled ginger too. It smells really great. All right, so all of that gets mixed in with the onions. And now, all that's incorporated, we're just going to go ahead and add in the other ingredients. Water chestnuts, our green onions, this is our sesame oil. And now we go ahead and add our ground turkey back in. I love the fact that there were so many of you, I forget what video it was, but you basically do as I do, you kind of clean as you go when you're cooking. A really good idea if you're trying to keep, you know, your kitchen as cleaned and as in order as possible. But guys, you see that? This is done. This meal is done. I have a few egg rolls in the oven. And that is going to be dinner, guys, for this Monday. That is it. I'm going to show you guys how I put everything together, how it comes together. But I've made this before, despite the fact that I'm having to use instructions. But, you know, I don't make the same meals every week. So, you know, you kind of forget. And you want to be as accurate as possible. You want to give your family, you know, the same taste as you did before, especially if they liked it. But just getting back to our topic, guys, you gotta, I don't know, as women, when we have daughters in our, you know, in their 20s, but you can't start in their 20s trying to teach values and morals to your daughters. You just have to let them know that, you know, everything that glitters is not gold. In life, you have to work for things. If it comes so easy, maybe that's not the best thing. Maybe that's not the thing you should have right now. You know, in life, there should be some struggle. It teaches you the value of $1, you know? If you are just so set up to the fact where you're just looking for a guy, a man to, you know, provide your every need just because you're pretty, and you'll take any type of treatment that comes along with that, it's just not the way to go. It's just not the way to go. So I know I don't have to tell you guys this, because if you watch this channel, if you are a member of the Theunfrumpy Mommy Life family, then I know you are some classy chicks. So I know I'm not talking to you guys, but just please let me know your thoughts on today's topic. I just cannot believe it. All right, so let me grab the lettuce and we're gonna pull this together. So what we typically do is eat this family style. I'll pull out a large platter like this, and I'll take my lettuce and simply start placing it around, starting with the larger leaves first, of course. And you know, just placing them around the platter. And it's fine if they, you know, overlap a bit. No worries. And of course, this lettuce has been washed. Yeah. I love making this too. The presentation is so nice, you know. I think we eat with our eyes a lot as humans. I know here in my house we do. You know, even if it's something that we haven't had before, something that I haven't made before, if it looks nice, they are more apt to try it. So this is really, really nice, really pretty. And like I said, it's healthy too. Now the egg rolls might not be all that healthy. I did place them in the oven, so they weren't fried or anything like that. All right, so there is the platter of lettuce, really pretty. And there's a little circle right here, and that's where we're going to put our little meat mixture. Start scooping this in. Smells so amazing, guys. This is great if you're having a little get together at the house. You are obviously going to need to make a lot more than I have here. But maybe this along with maybe some little chicken egg rolls, crab rangoons. Yummy. So this is what it looks like really up close, guys. Look at that fresh lettuce, that meat mixture there, the ground turkey, the crunchy water chestnuts, the green onions, and the smell of that hoisin sauce. Really yummy. All right, so what I have is a little plate of some of the leftover lettuce because I don't want to disturb this right here. I want to wait for dinner to actually be ready. So yeah, let me give you guys a little taste test. All right, so I'm just gonna take my spoon here and put just a little bit on the little smaller leaves, just so that I can give you guys a taste test. All right, let's give it a try, although I know how it tastes. It's so fresh. So very fresh. So good, I can barely talk. I will feel no guilt eating quite a few of these leaves. No guilt at all. That is it, guys. Such a delicious meal. Thanks so much for stopping in to chat with me today and to cook. Let us not forget the cooking. Let me know if you give this a try. But also drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts on today's chat. Just sick to my stomach with it, okay? Let me know your thoughts on it. Really appreciate you guys stopping in, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.